Hello and welcome to another video, and today doing Daniil Kvyat mod back in the Red Bull. So yeah, it's Sepang. Anyway, lights out and away we go. I think I'm a bit low on fuel, so gotta be careful. And the substream of Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel on the outside, braking nice and late as Raikkonen trying to get around the outside of us. Getting around the outside of Vettel on the exit. Great start, up 2 positions. Now right behind Nico Rosberg, so gonna have to try and attack him at some point. Right behind him, getting a nice cutback. It's gonna be side by side into the long left-hander. He's squeezing me off the track. Didn't really leave me much space there. I'm sure Kvyat will be very annoyed about that. But through the downforce area, the Red Bull has superior speed, obviously, because of the downforce, but I had to back out of it there. Get another good run through some high-speed corners. Red Bull really likes this bit of the track, but not quite being able to attack Rosberg yet. Going wide to try and get the cutback, but still not working. Just following right behind him. I mean, he's going to obviously want to get away with Lewis Hamilton through this corner. Again, going a little bit wide to try and get a cutback, but not really working. Through this quick corner, really taking all the track and just diving it up the inside into his right-hander, taking out the bollard, but up into second position. So I was a bit further up, I probably would have been able to get past Lewis Hamilton as well. Just again, just checking the fuel and that. Down towards the final corner. Lewis Hamilton is next up if we're going to take this win. But he is very fast. It's going to be difficult to catch him to his fastest lap, obviously, because he is in first. So now Rosberg's trying to get round the outside, having to defend. Nearly got the job done, but not quite. So just staying in front now. They're cutting on to the end of the next lap, and just locking up into the last corner, losing their places to both Rosberg and Raikkonen, nearly losing one to Vettel as well, but cutting him up a bit. So now in the substream, Kimi Raikkonen, can I do anything about it? DRS now enabled in the slipstream though. Raikkonen's making a move on Rosberg, so I brake nice and early so there's not to disrupt that. They're going side by side. Rosberg's still got the inside though for turn 2. They're holding each other right up. Raikkonen, he squares out, but Rosberg's got a poor exit past Rosberg in the slipstream. Raikkonen, up the inside of Raikkonen. So back up into second position. So it's going very well, cutting on to now, I think it's lap 4, yep, lap 4. Nearly losing the round, clearing out the 150 metre board, and then running wide again off the circuit. But hitting Raikkonen there a little bit of contact. Rosberg going to try and squeeze through the gap as well, but locking up, taking wide with Raikkonen. That's why I threw up the hand in frustration. Getting past Rosberg, and now Raikkonen's back in front again. So having a look at the inside, oh, nearly contact there. Raikkonen's just held on to second position. I was obviously slower than these guys. I was just trying to keep in front as long as I could. And it's back doing what I did to Rosberg earlier, but a bit closer. Raikkonen kind of turns out the corner, sees me coming, so good sportsmanship from him, getting some DRS and back in front again now. Down the straight. I was getting a bit of tyre wear, so I was locking up and stuff, and the lockups weren't obviously helping the tyre wear. Locking up again, and deciding to go into the pits. So I wasn't 100% sure where the line was. I thought it was there, but it wasn't. And I put it into reverse to slow it down, but it didn't work. So yeah, because obviously that wasn't the line. So I probably lost a bit of time there, lagging a bit on the footage. Sorry about that. Don't know if that will actually come out for you, but it's lagged there for me. So onto a set of hard tyres, because the engineer, I think he might have mentioned something earlier about it raining, but obviously I couldn't rely on the rain coming. But cutting on now a couple laps later, Rosberg's just coming out the pits. As you can see, a few slow cars in front who started on the hards, so this could be interesting. On the inside of Rosberg, nearly touching his side pod, but leaving him enough room on the exit, just, you know, to be fair racing, but he's on the inside, he's back in front again now. Oh, contact! he's leaving me just enough space to stay on the track, so quite a good racing for both of us, trying to get around the outside of Rosberg now, get a better drive, and I've done it. So now Pascal Wehrlein is the next driver to try and overtake. It's Wehrlein, Haryanto, Magnussen and then Palmer, so the oh no, Palmer and Magnussen I think it might be, but it's the Renaults and the Manners in this group. It's right behind Wehrlein, obviously to try and size him up because Raikkonen hasn't stopped yet, so he might want to rejoin in front. Past, oh, bit of contact there, past him we go. And now, just in front of me is Rio Haryanto, so again trying to get the cut back. And it's worked because I've got better drive in the Red Bull with newer tyres as well, trying to go around the outside of Rio Haryanto. Boom. Past him, and now going for the lunge on Palmer. Palmer does what Raikkonen did earlier, turns out the corner. And that was a beautiful set of manoeuvres there. So now, cutting a bit later on behind Kevin Magnussen, getting a good drive, trying to go round his outside mirror. A bit wary of doing that because I got took out by an AI doing that once. And my wheel came off. But the inside of Magnussen, running a little bit wide, but just keeping it on the track, so he has nothing to say about that. But cutting a bit later on, as you can see, it's raining a lot. And the track is very greasy. It's basically just started raining this lap, but it's rained so heavy. I'm having to go on to the intermediates. The DRS has been disabled. And Raikkonen is in front of us because he rejoined in front after the pit stops. And ahead of him is Hulkenberg, and he's catching Hulkenberg very rapidly. So I believe Hulkenberg but blocking up our aquaplane off the track, but I accidentally paused, so it's not good. So actually not losing a position, which is surprising. See, Magnussen is right behind me again now, but you know. So yeah, as I was saying, Hulkenberg started on the hards, and he's actually in front of Raikkonen. And same with Perez. Perez is actually leading the Grand Prix, and I've got a penalty. A penalty. I went off the track because the track was wet. Because I've just aquaplaned off at the corner before, like a couple of corners before. It's a bit ridiculous, but another flyer in sign. Breaking 100 metre, but we'll lock it up. An absolute treat though. Now just going into the pits. You have to be very careful not to speed in. You have to brake very early. Exceeding track limits apparently while I'm running on the grass in the pit lane. Braking so early. You can see me lock it up. I'm having to put it down into reverse, but I didn't really need that. I had to put it down. So Daniel's in the pits as well, so feel a bit bad for him, but if he'd stayed out he'd have lost a lot more time than what he's going to lose behind me now. So just not getting helped by Magnussen, so that's quite good. So we're 11th place now, coming out of the pits. As you can see, Jitsa Button's on hards in front of us, so he's going to be absolute sitting duck. And as I said, here is a group of 3 cars, Button and Sainz and Gutierrez, all on hards, going so slow. Gutierrez not getting out of the way for me. Obviously he shouldn't, well he should, but you know, he wasn't actually supposed to because he was a lap down, but he shouldn't really get out of the way. But now locking up again where I aquaplaned off last lap, but keeping on the track this time fortunately. Cutting a bit later onto the lap as Hulkenberg is now stuck behind Bottas, who's on dries. Gets past Bottas, I get past him. Now he's stuck behind Julian Palmer, no, not Julian Palmer, Haryanto, getting past them. Raikkonen was stuck behind Palmer, but he's just done him now. Well, not quite, now he's done him. So Jeff telling me I'm on the right tyres. I mean, I could figure that out myself, Jeff, to be honest. But obviously I've got to get away from Hulkenberg because I have got that penalty for going off the track. And now Palmer's gone into pits, so he's lost a lot of time. Going on the grass though, it's not good. Now starting lap 11, but cutting later on to lap 11. I've corner cut a little bit, bounced up, gone off the track, and I've got the second penalty of the race. So that was I'll take that. That was my fault. But after that, nothing really happened, and Sergio Perez won the race. So yeah.
Good job, you did really well. Super drive.
Ignore the Netherlands flag. I couldn't change that, but yeah. Okay, I didn't know the guy at Force India had a ponytail.
What a superb victory.
And again, I've not really seen him. So obviously Perez is going to be pleased with that victory. And both Force Indias did a 1-stop instead of a 2-stop like everybody else did.
There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's
So,
10 times worse if
a couple of the back markers did that too,
So
but
the
they
way
were
they
so
kept
slow
the
anyway in the first stint that they lost the whole pit stop.
was a huge advantage today.
So Magnussen disappointed with P7, so you know.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want
But
to
here's
be.
the podium.
Here come the top 3 then, out onto the podium after a fascinating Grand
Perez
Prix.
is very pleased with that. I mean, Force India would be very pleased. It's only like their 2nd win, wouldn't it be? So yeah, pretty good for them. I was hoping I could get on the podium to show that I changed the driver like outfit and the face and stuff, but I think I'd forgot to actually put those bits on for this video. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get on the podium, but you know.
And after this round of the
So
World
there's the results,
Championship,
and obviously I have
here's
a
how things
penalty.
look in the
But
drivers'
anyway,
table.
guys,
Sergio Perez takes
thanks
over
for
the
watching.
lead of the drivers'
Remember to like and
championship after that
subscribe,
excellent
and I'll see you
result.
in the
Now
next
then,
video.
Anthony